Play on this. Cool. All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Infinite Downloads, a space where nothing is off limits and everything is possible. Sit back and enjoy interesting conversations with interesting people. Today, we have Chef Devan here, and we're going to learn about his life, his story, what he's about, and who he is. And we'll just give quick little context about why you're in this room right now. And I work at a restaurant, an Indian restaurant, Bombay Bar in Doral. And he was the chef there doing a pop-up with a special menu, smoked biryani, keema paratha, fire stuff. And, you know, he has a book. It's right here. It's called Mad Love. And, you know, I don't cook, but my best friend does, Ernesto. Shout out to Ernesto. He's the sous chef at Bouchon Bistro in Las Vegas.
Wonderful.
And no, we started talking and, you know, we're here now. You know, he took a leap on me. You know, I'm just starting out because he said he has a rule that, you know, a lot of people reach out to you to do podcasts and you only do like the 25th episode because a lot of people quit. But yeah, man, thanks for being here. Thanks for noticing the tenacity, the hustle, and the drive in me. And, you know.
I noticed all of those things.
Hell yeah.
And that's the reason why I'm here. And I do have that rule, man. During the pandemic, like left, right, and center, people were starting cupcake businesses.
Wow.
And they were starting wooden platter businesses and all kinds of things, right? And a lot of people were starting podcasts. And they'd be like, would you jump on the podcast? Because I have a following. And, you know, they want to leverage the energy or whatever the case may be. Out of, I shit you not. Can I swear? Yeah, I shit you not, Miguel. So out of like 50 people, probably 2 people actually hit me back for that 25th episode.
Wow.
And both of them were like, bro, that was a huge inspirational tactic that you used that got me to this point.
Wow.
Because this shit is not easy.
It's not.
So like, I'm here today. You got to promise me no matter how hard it gets, no matter how long it takes to build traction, that you're going to continue pushing.
Nah, man, you know,
because
I don't have to promise you because I already promised myself. You know, like I'm in, you know, I'm locked in, and it is hard. It is hard to put yourself out there. Oh, I look weird. Oh, I sound weird. Oh, no one's looking at it. All this stuff. But man, if you water the seed, it grows. What you put into the universe, it comes back to you.
And if it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah. And I've always said that, man. You know, like you're a chef. So how many other chefs are there in the world? But there's not Chef Devan, you know? So, dude, so let's get into like, you know, how old are you?
I just turned 40 on May 25th.
May 25th, nice.
Yeah,
Happy
just
May
turned nice and
40.
round.
Yeah, we were talking, dude, you do exercise. You look fucking good for a 42-year-old or 40. It's really fucking awesome.
I don't need the naan all day anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I try to train hard, but, as hard as I train and as hard as anybody out there trains, like anybody who's in that world, they know it's all diet, man.
Yeah.
It's all diet, bro. You work out 7 days a week, but you're slamming donuts, then, You're
going backwards.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's, so you're 40, you were born at one point. How did everything lead to this? You know, like,
man,
just a quick,
bro, like I'm born in Richmond Hill, Ontario.
So
just north of Toronto, 45 minutes north of Toronto. I still live there.
Okay.
I spend most of the year traveling. I didn't start that way, but I'm traveling like at least 3 weeks out of every month this year. Yeah.
You don't have any pets?
I don't have any pets. I don't have any kids.
Nice.
I guess that's kind of the same thing.
Literally.
But yeah, man, I was in and out of different jobs like after high school. My dad really wanted me to go into medicine, law, engineering. I thought that was a typical brown parent thing, but then I discovered that it's pretty much anyone's parent kind of thing, or a lot of them, right? Across all cultures. But especially in the Indian brown community, and I'm Guyanese too, right?
Guyanese.
So, yeah. Well, we can get into that too. But I bummed around doing different jobs, blah, blah, blah. Always obsessed with food. This book tells the story of like me following my mom around the kitchen.
So it's not just a cookbook. There's a story.
Well, the thing is, man, there's over 100 recipes in there. It is a cookbook, but it has so much of me in there, whether it's the introduction or the acknowledgments or the head notes above a lot of the recipes or the Spotify playlist that you can scan to get to the playlist in that book. Like there's just so much happening. It's a bestseller in Canada. It was the 4th highest selling cookbook in Canada a couple months ago.
Very aesthetically,
man,
like
it's so gorgeous.
Cool.
The publisher got my brand book, which is like soft pinks and lavender and bright colors, and they went with the burnt orange theme and stuff like that.
It's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I got into culinary school in 2009, and it was the first time in my life that I was excited to go to school.
Wow.
The first time. Like I went from studying for accounting and studying standard deviation for stats to studying butchery and mother sauces and internal temperatures of meat.
Stuff that actually
clarified butter, you know, like all these things that I was obsessing over on YouTube, although it was just starting out around then. Like everything that I was reading up on, all the TV, all the Emeril Lagasse, all the Walk with the everything that I was watching, I was now in school for, and I never looked back. And that was 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And now the book came. So
Congrats,
I was already, God bless, I was already traveling the world like a maniac, but
nice.
now this is giving me like an extra push and even more reason to travel. So
that's amazing.
Feeling very lucky and head down crushing.
Yeah. But obviously it doesn't come without those years of hard work, dedication, failure, grind, you know, like
literally blood. You heard the term blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
Literally blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. That's always how it works out. When you see someone's work like in a physical form, or you see they have a website, or you see they're doing really well in life, it's because, you know, they said, hey, fuck all the other stuff. This is what I'm going to do, no matter how much is going to hurt me, how long it takes. And that's what I'm doing with this.
There's no L's, bro. I try to tell that to people. And an analogy I can use for you with that is with recipes. Like a lot of people I find are afraid to do a recipe because they're afraid they're going to fuck it up. But there's no L's because you just bank experience.
Wow.
So if you burn the steak, you realize that you need to cook it less next time or have a lower heat. Or you put too much crust. There's always memory that you're banking. So there's no losses, you know, like there's always experience to be gained, and then you use that the next time.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That is amazing, dude. Fuck yeah. So you got to Bombay. How did you like you what is it that you're doing right now? You're reaching out to restaurants and saying, "Hey,
someone asked me recently. They saw my like Massachusetts flyer or something.
You were in Massachusetts doing this?
So I was in Mass for like a family thing, and while I was there, I set up a pop up in Worcester, Massachusetts, at an Indian restaurant. I was on national public radio, and someone saw the Massachusetts flyer. I think because I've been popping up in L.A., Turks and Caicos, Guyana. I launched the book with the tourism board in March. Yeah, and someone's like, "Yo, man, whoever your PR person is, they need a raise." And I was like,
"You're looking at him.
I'm the fucking PR person." I have a team that I work with. They manage me. I have an assistant, a community manager, and all that. But these pop-ups are very close, near and dear to my heart. And like I'm burning myself.
I saw how much it meant to you for people to be there.
Yeah, man. And you see them driving 90 minutes to come and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm leveraging my relationship. No, sorry, I'm not leveraging my relationship. I'm just leveraging my likeness and like my personality and my ability to close.
Yeah.
To get a hold of these things, and I know what I want. Like I can easily say, "Oh, someone tipped me off the Bombay Darbar. It would be a great opportunity for you," and send my team after it. But I hit up the account, right? I felt that like that would fast track things. It's more personal. It's more hands on. So cool. Havana got back to me. They chose the Doral location to throw down.
Hell
new
yeah.
location.
The Doral's the leading one for sure.
That's it. And they chose They chose that location because you worked there.
No
and
way.
I would meet you, and then I'd be sitting here post-service.
Look at this. This is crazy. Yeah.
FAX.
Hell yeah. FAX. Facts, right? Okay, cool. Dude, yeah. Everything, happens for a reason, and we're here right now. And, these little videos that I've been taking, bro, a lot of people have reached out to me and, hey, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And this one is, we're already, you're already killing it. You've gone through a lot of more life than me. You're 40, I'm 24. You have wisdom, you have knowledge that, you're spreading onto me. But the reason we're recording it and have a video here is to share with other people. And it, it reaches other people and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, have you ever like had a restaurant or do you plan on having a restaurant?
I'm yawning, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Whenever. It's been 8 minutes, but dude, if you gotta leave, you gotta leave. It's been the best 8 minutes ever.
No. We're gonna push. Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Today was leg day at the gym.
Yeah.
I drove in from Key Largo. I've been on the road, and the meeting and greeting people.
How did
you see me zigzagging across that restaurant? I'm constantly
a lot of energy, bro. A lot of energy
taking photos.
You're
constantly giving energy. But I'm definitely here for a reason.
Yeah, man.
No restaurants not in my game. I've opened restaurants in the past. I was an owner of a restaurant in 2018.
No way.
Yeah, pre-COVID. No, it was actually like world inspired.
Inspired.
Yeah, there was a lot of grain bowls on the menu too. It was like we were trying to capitalize on the healthy trend, so we had world inspired grain bowls. It was really beautiful. We did really well.
Cool.
They wanted me there 7 days. My partner wanted me there 7 days a week. All the traveling, all the filming, city line and television. It was burning me out, and I was losing my love for it. So I gave back my ownership and I walked away.
Wow, dude.
These days I get asked the two questions I get asked the most are, Devan, where is your restaurant? Or Devan, when are you opening a restaurant? And oftentimes I want to say I'll open the restaurant. and then you can go work there 120 hours a week. You know, I do not want to handcuff myself to bricks and mortar. I want to travel the world and continue to learn as
Your life
much
is important
as I can.
too, you know.
It really is, man. And also, bro, I know a lot of people who own restaurants. I mean, Toronto is a very close-knit community. Plus, I know restaurant owners around the world, and some of them.
Steven Salm, Planta?
Planta, yeah, we have that. We have that back home. Yeah, absolutely, man. So, and a lot of people. Funny you mentioned that. Like, I just had my mom's like surprise birthday party there in Yorkville.
No way.
Yeah, in December.
I worked there for like 2 or 3 years, and I met
in
Steven
Toronto.
Salm. No. But Steven Salm, the owner, he opened one in Coconut Grove, right by the other Bombay.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
that's wild, man. We're connected in so many different ways.
Yeah,
Rachel
definitely.
and it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, like, oh man, I lost my train of thought. But we were talking about. Oh yeah, so I have a lot of friends who own restaurants.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, in fact, one called me recently, and he's like, Devan, like, can you please tell me more about what you do? Because I need to sell off my 4 or 5 restaurants and get out of this shit. Some of them tell me, bro, we want to be doing what you're doing.
So sorry,
Please
but
don't
look
do
at
it.
you here right now. If you were, you know, you couldn't do this type of stuff. You know, it's good to stay young, be free, and not be detached to brick and mortar, like you said, bro. So congratulations, man.
God bless. I'm able to, take advantage of opportunities and remain spontaneous with my movements.
It's so good. It's so healthy. You know, that's the point of life. If maybe that's your point of life, and that's just so good for you, man. And, you know, I'm learning, and, you know, every person that sits in this chair, I gain knowledge from them, and I hope I give something back, and something beautiful going down, man. It's awesome. Hell yeah. So no restaurants. Cool. I don't want to own a restaurant now because of what you said. No, but I do know it's like you really have to be there, and if you're not there, I see when the owners at a restaurant that I'm at aren't there. I see what happens, and you know, having it like, you know, the population work for you. The population is like lazy, you know, they're not good workers. You know, no one really cares about. No one has passion there, and you know, I'm there to learn when I work in these jobs. I'm not really there for, like, you know, to get paid. Like, yeah, it's something necessary, but man, I'm there to learn, and it's like my school. You know how you know it's this is my school. I want to learn and put it into something else.
I love how you see it that way, and I don't want to send the wrong message about restaurants. Like, if it was your dream to open a restaurant as a kid, then all the power to you. I wish you the best of luck. Like, if that's your destiny and your fate, and that's a goal that you're working towards, then go crush it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know so many. Like, I was at Joy's for a pop up. The day I had a pop up at Indigo Bookstore in Toronto.
Cool.
We sold out books in 90 minutes.
No way.
Crazy lineup. Like, I was pushing. I packed up my set with my boy. We drove straight to the airport.
Wow.
I flew into Miami late at night. Next day, lunchtime, I'm at Joy's.
Who's Joyce?
Joy's is in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
It is, I would say, arguably the most popular Caribbean restaurant in that whole area.
Really?
Bro,
Caribbean?
it's packed. Uber nonstop.
How are you? Is Ugandan like
Guyanese?
Guyanese, like sorry, thank you.
Caribbean.
Caribbean is close to that. Like it coincides with that.
It's geographically, it's not a part of the Caribbean, but it is known that it is a part of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Geographically, it's not, but because of the culture that's exhibited in Guyana, it is part of the Caribbean.
Cool.
It's part of the Caribbean community. It's part of the board. It's part of all of it.
Cool.
But Joy's is a Trinidadian restaurant, so I have a lot of pop-ups with Trinidadian spots.
Cool.
Joy's was completely slammed, bro.
Really?
Like, it was rammed, bro.
Oh,
That place is
man.
nuts. At 3 or 4 p.m., they had already sold like 600 doubles for the day. And I filmed it, and I have a reel
What
going
are
up
doubles?
soon. Doubles is like the quintessential snack food of Trinidad. It's 2 fried
Really?
pieces of bread, chickpea curry, tamarind chutney. Comes from India as chana bhature or chole
Dude,
bhature.
Food is so cool.
Yeah, doubles is known around the world. I'm surprised
Really?
you don't know
I don't know
that.
the doubles. No.
Doubles is, in fact, for anybody watching, I bet most people will know what doubles are. Doubles is a very special thing, because doubles is the one food item that I know that most non-brown people know about.
Really?
Yes, it's shocking. Like, all the white people I know know about. Everybody I know, Ethiopia, whatever you are, you know what doubles are, because
crazy that I
they're
don't know.
vegan, and they're the tastiest things in the
Nice.
world.
Damn.
So Joy's, not to get too sidetracked here.
Yeah.
Joy's is killing it. They are packed. They're crushing. I'm not saying
Wow.
that you can't do very well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, 70% of restaurants fail. You know, restaurants are hot for a minute, then they're not. Then they
Especially
just
here
shut
in Miami,
down.
bro. It's very hard for it to be sustainable, like,
Bro.
you know, with the overhead, with the things that come up. You know, it's crazy.
So if it's your dream and you have a competitive advantage and you're gonna work your ass off, differentiate yourself, and use all the resources at your disposal, like social media, etc., to crush it, then go do that. I don't want to spend my time doing that.
Yeah.
I'm busy AF, and I'm on a path that I'm on, and it doesn't. I do everything but operate a restaurant. That's just what I do.
Yeah, man.
Right now, I don't know what next year holds.
Yeah.
But today, this is what I'm doing.
Nice. What's your what's like your end goal? Like, what do you kind of like?
I get asked this all the time.
Yeah.
And
what's your ultimate?
I feel like there's a bunch of things. Like I have merchandise right now. Mad Love merch. I want to build. I want to build out the merch line. I want a cookware line as well. We're working on that. But right now, I want to start working on the second book. It's always been a dream of mine to have a show. Ever since I was inspired by Emerald Lagasse.
Like cooking and everything like that?
Cooking, yeah. I was on City Line. It was a huge show, and it just ended after. And I was there for 10 years filming that. I've judged on Food Network.
No way.
Yeah, man. Fire Masters.
So cool.
I've done just countless hours of television.
Nice.
I've done
and all
a bunch
because
of commercials.
You put yourself out there when
you
were younger, and look at everything that came after. You had to be a little crazy, a little delusional to. And look at what everything,
That's it.
It came back to you.
It did. Awesome. But I want to generate more passive income streams. I'm in talks with a group of people to design a masterclass. We're working on that.
Nice.
But the long-term end goal is just to develop as many passive income streams as possible.
Beautiful,
such that I can just lay on a beach in Turks and Caicos. I've been there a bunch of times.
That's where you like it? I've never been.
Well, man, I just launched a new menu at the Shore Club down there. I went 4 times this year alone.
Way.
Yeah,
it's at the Shore Club? It's like
it's a 5-star luxury resort. One of the best in the world.
What's your favorite thing on the menu that you put?
I added 17 dishes to the Suren menu. It's a Nikkei menu, so it's Peruvian Japanese.
Ooh,
it's all over my Instagram.
No way.
Cool. And you can go to Shore Club.
Yeah. What's your Instagram? Chef
Devan, Devan. Yeah, and then on Facebook, Chef Devan Rajkumar. YouTube is Chef Devan Official, and again, it's Devan.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So your dish, what's one dish on the menu that you like?
Over there?
Yeah.
So I added 17. I'm so proud of the ceviche. Sandy from Sandy's Backyard Kitchen. She's huge in Florida and around the world.
No way.
Just with her in Key Largo. We cook the Caribbean ceviche. That's in this cookbook, which is fire. And you might be like, Caribbean ceviche, what does that even mean? But this book is showcasing and modernizing East and West Indian cuisine. So if I have something in there that's kind of mainstreamish, it's going to have that Caribbean or Indian spin to it. So the Caribbean ceviche has a green seasoning, which is very popular in Caribbean cuisine. But my favorite dish on the Shore Club menu or the Suren menu is a miso glazed black cod inspired by Nobu. But the but the Nikkei, the Peruvian Japanese twist, is that it's served on top of papa a la huancaína. So huancaína sauce with fondant potatoes, and it gets charred broccolini. It's deadly, bro.
Man, I'm hungry.
And like, who would ever think to do like potatoes with a spicy Peruvian cheese sauce and then put miso glazed black cod on top? But it's the top selling entree that they have now.
Wow.
And a lot of people
it's like one of a kind type of thing.
Man, it doesn't exist anywhere, and a lot of people are like, don't put seafood with cheese. And it's like, shut up, it tastes delicious, man.
Hell yeah. Food, man, speaks for itself. And that's
it, man.
You can present it here, but if a blind person eats it and they'll tell you, hey, if it's good or it isn't,
It's fire.
Nice.
A lot of what I do is against the grain.
There you go. That's so awesome. That's so great. What's like one dish before you leave, like if you were to die, like what's the last meal you'd have?
My last meal?
Yeah, I know it's such a hard loaded question.
I'm a pizza whore. So
have you had pizza in Miami?
Yeah. I've had pizza in Miami. There's a place in Wynwood. Man, Junior's.
No, I never.
It's like there's like a.
Is it by the slice?
I know there's a Joe's in Wynwood.
Joe's,
now too,
yeah,
but it's not the same. But there is good pizza out here. But like,
there is.
But when I come here, I'm not really focused on eating pizza. But in New York, I'm going to be hitting like El Industry, Scars, Best, John's on Bleecker. Like,
nice. So you like to eat.
I
like you like to go out and eat and enjoy food, and
it's always been my thing, man. I used to weigh a lot more than I weigh right now. I remember showing you photos.
Congrats, man. Yeah,
like 50 pounds lighter now because I had some bad habits with food. But my last meal, man, like a greasy, crispy, like double pep from like Scars is mental in
nice.
In BK. I love Joe's to death, but like a triple pep.
Nice.
Yeah, with
didn't see that one coming.
with the Ezzo pepperoni, like the small Roni cups that curl up and pull up with fat.
Nice.
Oh my god. And like Prince Street Pizza, does so much pepperoni on top that you can't see below.
Wow.
It's just stupid, bro. Wow. Like pepperoni's not even cooking underneath because it's stacked up, but on top it's crisping and curling up, and there's just fat everywhere, and I just want to rub the fat all over my face.
Hell yeah, I love that, man. Fuck yeah.
Other than that, I love Pakistani food.
Really?
Yeah, Pakistani food's my favorite cuisine.
I've cooked in Miami food.
I haven't checked that out. I haven't checked that out here. I eat a lot of it back home in Toronto. We have amazing restaurants.
Really?
I was just in Dallas a month ago, and I had some of the best Pakistani food of my life. The Indian community, the South Asian Desi community in Dallas and in Texas is effed. It's insane. And one of my Pakistani friends tipped me off to this place. It blew my mind. The nihari, their national dish. Please find it and please eat it. Nihari, Nihari, Nihari.
Yeah.
That is just an unbelievable dish that you have to try. So yeah, probably some type of Pakistani spread. I've cooked in Pakistan. I did the Mad Love pop up there. Yeah, really? Last year March I did. Cool. My friends built a restaurant.
No way.
And they built a hotel, and on the 6th floor of that hotel was a restaurant in Lahore called the Observatory. What? And I did an 18-day pop-up, the Mad Love pop-up.
Way. Yeah. And a lot of people came and stuff like that?
It was over 1,200 people in 18 days.
In Pakistan?
Lahore, bro. Lahore's pure cosmopolitan. It's such a dope place. I posted 400 stories from that trip. And I know that because I have 4 full highlight bubbles, 100 stories each. And I was posting people's comments, responses to my stories.
So cool that you're active and you're...
Devan, I can't believe... this is Pakistan. I was expecting beards and like desert and like AKs, and like they see me like holding hands with dudes walking down the street.
Wow.
I mean, that's kind of a joke, but I did it with my boys.
Yeah.
You know, like it's all mad love there. It's playing snooker. Girls eating out in public. Like it's just like, you know,
it's a whole other world.
It's like certain places you go, it's like you wouldn't be able to tell if you're in Paris or in Toronto. Like it's like that, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. You sit down, the menus, like the vibe, the furniture, the aesthetics, the ambience, the environment, like you wouldn't even know.
That's the point.
That's
bro.
not everywhere.
Traveling is not everywhere in Pakistan. There's obviously, you know, places.
Of course.
But just like you said, that's what me, an American, has, you know, I just think of it like that stereotypically. Oh, guns and desert and can't go there, can't do this. Everyone, you know, whatever. But wow, that's so cool. But that's the beauty of traveling, bro. You go somewhere, you notice, you learn, you know. Yeah.
And you just mentioned something that I want to touch on.
Yeah.
You mentioned about like, I'll just put it out there. I put out this video from Mexico City. I was cooking for a wedding. Yeah, I was cooking last August.
Yo.
Last August, I was cooking for a wedding in San Miguel de Allende.
Wow.
Right? So then I went to Ciudad. I went to Mexico City after, right?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, beautiful, man. Yeah, wild place. And I'm sitting there on my on the patio of my place, and I just felt compelled to put out the story. So I found a chair. I slid the chair on the patio, and I propped up my phone, and I just sat there, and I'm wearing like an orange shirt, and I'm just sitting there, and I vented about how annoying and frustrating it is that it seemed like at the time anywhere I was going, Guyana, Lahore, Mexico City, I just have tons of people telling me not to go because it's not safe. And most of the time, most of these people have never been to that place.
Yo, that's so funny.
But it's just based on, like, let's say tomorrow you want to go to Colombia. You're probably going to have someone tell you not to go.
Yes.
Meanwhile, people are going and having the best time of their lives. When you travel, can bad shit happen? Absolutely.
Just like here, everywhere, you got to stay smart, vigilant. You got to look around.
Yes.
You know, I went to Guatemala when I was 17.
Right.
And I landed in El Salvador with my friend Marvin, and then we drove to Guatemala. Everyone said, dude, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't go. You're going to come back in a body bag. Bro, best trip of my life.
Yeah, yeah.
The people, the beauty, the views, the people that you meet. It's like when you do stuff that you're supposed to do, man, like, you know, I don't know if it's God or whatever, your angels, bro, you're synchronized. And, you know, it keeps you going on a path. And when I travel, man, I forget about all of my worries, all of my issues, depression, anxiety, all that crap goes away. You know, I'm there, and it's freaking awesome.
It's like you said, like you got to be alert, vigilant, and all that. I mean, bad things can happen anywhere. Back home in Toronto, like right down the street from me, cars are getting jacked. People are getting robbed. You know, people are getting murdered.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The world is going to shit in a lot of ways.
There's evil out there, man. You know, and we're blessed. We're hanging out right now.
Right.
We have a beautiful reality, you know. And but there is evil out there. There's really bad stuff happening, you know. But you know, for example, I in my car, I'm driving down the street and I see a homeless person, and like it breaks me, you know, and I'm like, what do I do? Do I not appreciate my life that I have? You know, everyone almost has a choice, and I'm choosing to work hard to, you know, not, you know, like fall into, you know, just a job forever. I really, really want to like gain traction in my life, and, you know, I don't want to work for other people for the rest of my life. You know, I want to, like, I was interested in having you here because I see you. I'm like, dude, look at this fucking guy. He's traveling. You're doing this. You have a book. You know, I want to emulate, you know, your journey, like, and I want to do it in my own way, you know, like that. I want to learn off of you, you know, so.
I appreciate that. It's interesting because you're 24, right?
Yeah.
And at 24, it's in and around then that I went to culinary school.
Yeah.
And I came out.
Yeah,
and
I'm noticing.
And I worked for people.
Yeah.
And at one point, I went to go work with the Food Dudes, and the Food Dudes is the biggest catering company.
Oh shit!
Like thousands of events per year,
oh
like
my
multiple
God.
restaurants, trucks, and I was one of the first chefs that ever started there back in 2009. But I noticed Chef Adrian Nyman, who actually just opened up Food Dudes South. He's in Miami now.
No way.
Yeah.
This was when you were working at.
No, he did in the past couple of years.
Where was it when you started?
Toronto.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they own Canada.
Wow.
And I'm not afraid to say it.
Nice.
And they worked for it. Like Adrian worked for it. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
But he's down here now.
No way.
And one thing I noticed with Adrian is that Adrian was building his own empire. And when I left Food Dudes, I told him I want to build my own empire. And I don't know that I built an empire per se, but I've definitely built something, man. I built a community that I nourish. And I put everything back into this brand, and the brand awareness and the brand visibility, and it's paying off. Like you see people driving in from all over the place tonight to show up, and they're walking in with their books. I'm from Toronto, man. I don't live here, and you got people walking in. Like, I got pop-ups, and I can
genuinely tell how how happy you were to see this come, because you could have just been in the back the whole time saying hi, but you were there, you were involved, you were hugging people, you were saying thank you. Because, man, you did what you were supposed to do with your life, There's
one day at a time. One day at a time. I'm still doing it.
Yeah, of course, bro. Everyone has their things, and we're here. I'm putting you on a pedestal, and everything, we all have our issues and our problems and all that stuff. But, you basically have done, because there's a lot of wasted potential and a lot of wasted stories, so you've done like your purpose. A lot of your purpose is fulfilled, and that's what I want to do too. And
I feel like I've wasted a lot of time, man.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of years that I wasted, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was always...
I saw on your post, you said you're 3 years sober. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
No, I mean, I do podcasts about it quite frequently, man.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll help anyone listening, bro, because
I'm... today, actually, bro. Today's the 10th.
No way.
So the 10th of every month. Is a reminder to me that another month has gone by.
Wow.
Because I'm sober May 10th, 21.
Nice.
So today's 38 months.
Nice. So no like drinking, no anything.
Yeah, nothing that'll alter my state of mind.
Wow.
And at a very young age, I started doing drugs.
Yeah.
And, like 12, 13.
Really?
And, yeah.
Out there in Canada?
Man, anywhere you are.
Yeah, you're right.
Bro, right? But I had insecurities.
Yeah.
I really stunted my emotional intelligence. I didn't know how to process feelings and emotions, man. I had shit that I was dealing with, and I smoked that weed, and it all disappeared. And then it just gravitated to harder and harder, and alcohol and blah, blah, blah. And I learned,
endless cycle.
Endless cycle, vicious prison, and I just learned to live my life in a state of numbness and being escaping, and also
being a slave to those substances, man.
Yeah, yes, and I also learned to live a life of manipulation.
Wow.
And wearing masks.
Wow.
To constantly convince myself and everybody around me that things were okay, and I became a functioning addict. High performing. On billboards, on television. Doing this, doing that, traveling in Turks and Caicos, but hiding this dirty secret, guilt, shame, embarrassment.
That's so awesome that you're out here talking about this.
Because
you're helping people living the same reality as you, because you got better. How about the people that never get better? How about the people that just get lost in it forever? And but it's a beautiful story, and you're almost compelled to share, man, because it helps a lot of people, man. So it's really awesome.
I have a lot of content out there if you look at it.
No, I'm gonna study you once you leave, bro.
On my Instagram, I have like a 5-minute. I put it up I put it up recently when I hit 3 years. But
that's awesome, bro. You just got to my place and you just started recording. You know how hard it is for people to pull out their phones and record stuff? It's hard. So the fact that you do that shit, bro, it's hard. So I'm proud of that you do. I do the same thing. I pull out my phone when I see something I like and I take a picture. I see someone that's cool. You look cool. Let's take a picture. A lot of people are just scared to open up their mouth. But dude, when you open up your mouth, you start to change your reality around. And
bro, it wasn't always easy though, man.
Yeah.
Like it's I messed up countless times over all kinds of years, but I just didn't give up. We were talking about it before. You miss all the shots you don't take, man.
Yeah, bro.
No risk, no reward.
Yeah.
Like, what's the worst?
The risk is scary. The jumps are scary, bro. Sometimes you fall and you get hurt, but man, sometimes you land on the other side and there's green grass.
Regardless, we don't grow in comfort zones.
Yeah, literally.
That's
literally.
all it is, man. So
literally,
push.
Yeah. Fuck a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. I don't know what else you want to get into, or if you want to cut it. Wait, hold up. What about your tattoo, bro? How the fuck did that come about? That is so cool, bro.
Yeah. So I have the elephant up here.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So it started with the elephant in 2015. I had just left a really, really tough job, and I was going on.
What's the elephant though? Because it has like.
The elephant was done with like abstract artwork geometry.
Oh my god, their ears are freaking
they're checkered
as prisms.
As my Sharpie flies out. Yeah, here, but better luck. So
and
I was always obsessed.
Lotus namaste, like right on the forehead.
I
have to take a picture.
The lotus flower. Yeah.
Mine.
So basically, I've always been obsessed with elephants, man. I've always
really?
Yeah, because
they,
as a kid,
symbolize something.
They do. Like I was raised Hindu. Although I don't practice it crazy these days, I still somewhat religious to a certain. I'm more spiritual.
Really quickly, what would you be practicing Hindu? Like, what does that mean? What do you do when you practice Hindu? Like,
it's a way of living, to be honest with you, right? It's a way of living, and praying, meditating, being spiritual. It's all tied up in that. It's nothing too intense. I mean, of course, you can go to temple, multiple times a week, and you can observe auspicious occasions and certain calendar moments of the year and stuff like that. There's a lot of different events that happen.
Wow.
I still go to do Diwali, which is the festival of lights coming up in a few months and stuff like that.
Do you go to India to do it, or?
No, you could do it anywhere. It happens.
Okay.
Yo, you know what's crazy that you asked me that? There's this photo that they took from space on Diwali. And India is completely lit from the amount of diyas, from the amount of candles. Wow. You can Google this.
Wait, really? Like satellite image is
man, satellite.
What?
Okay, so remember you said you want to be on Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Remember how Jamie looks up everything all the time?
Yeah.
You need to get a Jamie.
I know.
So
Jamie, Marvin, where are you at? Marvin is my friend, and he made an album, a music album, bro. If you listen to music, I'd love to send it to you. It's so great.
Yeah, man.
So great.
So yeah, look. It's India, Diwali.
Dude, that's insane.
Diyas, bro. Isn't that crazy?
It's a festival of lights.
Yeah, it's a festival of lights, because one of the things with Hinduism is like going towards the light, ridding yourself. Like basically darkness is ignorance, and it's evil. So by practicing Hinduism and by engaging in Diwali, it's like you're seeking light, you're seeking knowledge, you're seeking wisdom, and you want to illuminate as opposed to darken everything around you, right?
Wow.
Like you move away from the ignorance and stuff like that.
Wow.
So yeah. So I still practice that kind of stuff. But to go back to the elephant,
so
I was raised Hindu.
Okay.
I have a really good memory. So even when I was a kid, I was always told I have the memory of an elephant. And then I went on to learn that elephants have crazy mental faculties.
Yeah, but I've seen like elephants freaking drawing paintings.
Insane, and they don't forget stuff.
Yeah.
But, they're very loyal. The communication, the power, the presence, all of these things.
Calm
that
demeanor,
elephants,
but still
all of
strong.
it. All exactly, man.
Yeah.
All these things. So when I got this first tattoo.
Who did you get it by and where, by the way?
His name is Rumen Kirenkov, and I think he was working at Black Widow in Toronto. Yeah, he did a really good job. And then I found another artist who did all this beautiful line work here.
Super beautiful, bro.
He killed it, man.
Super
and
beautiful.
then he went back over the elephant. These lines pop now.
Nice.
You couldn't see the toes. They were fading and stuff like that.
Is this your only tattoo? Sleeve?
Yeah, when I got this done, it took me a long time, years to do this.
Of course. Oh, it's so cool.
But a lot of people, they'll do a sleeve like in 2 months. Because, you go every 2 weeks. And,
that's a lot.
You do 4, 5, 6 sessions, whatever, a few months it is. But me, it took like 6-7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but it is.
So now it's almost like
when this was done,
years of work. And now it's finally coming to the fruition.
And now that this is done, I set up an appointment to get the other one done.
No way.
But then I canceled it.
Oh.
Because like this,
it looks
this
cool like that. Yeah.
But
I'm getting my sleeve done on November 8th with an insane artist, bro. I'm gonna do Saint Michael the Archangel, my archangel. battling the demons. I have a whole.
You gotta send me a photo of that when it's ready, or I'm sure I'll see it on the gram.
Yeah, you will.
This is it here.
Yeah, that's the, it's just.
It's gonna look fire.
Yeah, no, man.
San Miguel.
Yeah. It's my angel, and,
Oración. Yeah, this is very, very cool,
man. You speak Spanish?
Necesito practicar todos los días. I try to practice. It's so funny, man.
That's awesome, bro.
I called for a haircut I love languages. Je parle français fluent. I speak French almost fluent.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. My friend Ernesto's going. He got the scholarship from Bouchon Bistro to go work in like 5 freaking Michelin star restaurants in France right now. So congrats to him, man.
Bro, Captain Spaulding, bro.
Yeah, dude, that guy's gonna kill. He's gonna kill.
This guy's realism is
insane.
Yeah, this is.
I've been trying to get him forever, and he's finally coming to Miami, bro. So
it's beautiful. Like even the Steph Curry.
Yeah, no, it's really, crazy. Really cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited.
I'm just gonna flip this to Chef Devan quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Just so I can keep tabs on.
Of course, bro.
I just assumed it's a dude, but.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Edgar.
tattoos. I want to get my neck done.
No way.
I know, but I just
like right here.
I just always wanted my neck done. I don't know that I'll pull the trigger. I also have to think about if I.
Not so many people are gonna come to your pop-ups. No, I'm kidding.
I feel like more would come.
Literally. I'm just fucking around.
The other thing too is like in my community, like you don't pierce up your ears the way I did. You don't get tats.
Bold, bro.
You don't talk about
what's
mental
your community
health.
though? Like the chef community, or
no? I'm talking about like the Guyanese, the Caribbean, the Indian community. Give everybody a little bit of heads up why I go back and forth between Caribbean, Indian, and why this book says. What does that book say on the bottom there?
Big flavors made to share from South Asia to the West Indies.
So what does that even mean, right? History lesson?
Go.
Yeah, so check this out, man.
I don't know history, so
let's drop some on you right here, right? So we have slavery through the 1700s, 1800s, and stuff like that, right? Rampant in the 1800s. Slavery is abolished in the mid 1800s, give or take. Don't quote me on these exact dates, but give or take in mid 1800s. The British needed to find cheap labor to replace the Africans working on the sugar plantations and other types of plantations and stuff like that, right? So what they did was they started going to India. And they started gathering from Bihar and all different places in India, gathering all these brown people and taking them and sprinkling them all over the place, all through the Caribbean, promising them plots of land, promising them jewelry and all kinds of shit. Essentially, slavery continued, bro. So a bunch of Indians ended up in Trinidad and Mauritius and Fiji and Guyana. Tons went to Guyana.
It's so cool. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's so cool how you're learning about the history and it turned into the fusion of food and you're tracking it back. That's so cool.
That's exactly what I'm doing. So like I'm retracing the Indo-Guyanese food of my childhood back to the motherland. So dal, for example, we use split yellow peas and we add water and aromatics to it and we temper it at the end with hot oil and cumin and garlic and et cetera, et cetera. That dish comes from India. We talked about doubles in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Doubles was invented in Port of Spain. In fact, I met the son of the person, Mahmoudine, who invented. I met his son at Joy's the other weekend. That dish has its roots in India as chole bhature, right? So I mean, like a lot of the food, the palauri that I eat is like vadas from India. So like I'm retracing all this stuff back. The roti that we eat comes from there. It just goes on and on and on and on.
So cool,
right? Man. So that's basically how brown people ended up in Guyana. And Guyana is a really special place, man. There's a big oil boom there right now and stuff, and I'll be going back in September.
It's Caribbean, it's tropical type of thing, you say?
It's pure tropical vibes, bro. Guyana also, I have some facts about Guyana. You know, in Guyana, 90% of the population lives on 10% of the land, which is the coastline. You know, so a lot of people live on the coast where the water is.
So it's just lush, beautiful.
It's all rainforest, bro. Because you got to think, it borders Venezuela.
Oh, really?
Venezuela to the west of it, right?
Wow.
Suriname to the east and Brazil to the south.
Wow.
So you got to think Guyana, Venezuela, Brazil. That's all rainforest in the interior part of it, right? Kaiser Falls is there, largest single drop waterfall in the world.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy shit going on over there.
But you were born in Canada and your parents are from Guyana?
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them. You go?
I've been about 15 times.
Wow.
As I mentioned earlier, I launched the cookbook there.
You launched it?
I launched it, and I was given by the publisher like 2 copies back in Feb or March. Yeah, I got the books in May.
How long from an idea to this did it take?
Shit la merde.
Shit la merde.
Yeah, mierda. Like 2 years.
Nice.
It went fast. I can't remember, maybe a year and a half, but we fast tracked it. It was initially supposed to come out in September, bro. It was supposed to come out in like 2 months.
Wow.
But we pushed for Mother's Day. It came out May 7th.
Spiced chala bread pudding, bro.
Hala.
Oh, hala. Thank you.
Yeah.
With salted vanilla caramel. These sound insane. And you're doing something so simple like chocolate chip cookies, and I'm sure.
You know what? The publisher, the editor, she's like, I don't think we should include this. Then I'm like, yo, check this out, Michelle. This video went viral, and the head note's there. Chef Dev at Home is a really cool series that I started.
No way. It's on your YouTube?
Another cool story. It's on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
So in 2019, December, I'm cooking in Turks and Caicos for a month. January, February, I'm cooking in Pakistan, cooking in India. Istanbul, I'm cooking at Borough Market in London. I come home with food poisoning on March 15th, 2020.
Nice.
My mom's like, yo, get your ass home. They're closing the borders. I come home with mad food poisoning. March 20th.
So you just...
I came back home.
Wow.
March 20th, 5 days later, I emerged from my bedroom. And I don't know what compelled me to get... I was at my parents' house at this time.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had a tripod like that with a camera rig, right? Not for an iPhone or anything.
Yeah.
So I took a rubber band and I wrapped my iPhone around it. And the beginning of my videos, if you go back to these videos in March of 2020, you see me leaning forward to press record. And then I do my thing, and I was doing 10-minute videos, and it really blew me up.
Nice.
Chocolate chip cookies I did is a recipe that people are still doing to this day.
Wow.
I get photos to this day.
Wow.
That's why I had to put that in there.
Wow.
But yeah, if you check in there, like there's some really, really inventive recipes.
That's so cool. I'm really, man, it's so cool what you did, because almost like social media and videos, you know, I saw a video on YouTube that was like put like 14 years ago. You know, they're like diaries of time, and you know, they almost last longer than people. You know, they're almost always going to be there. And like this, man, you know, I cannot open this for 4 years, and maybe I start cooking in 4 years, and then it comes out and I start, you know, so what you did is beautiful. This will outlive you. So this is so beautiful.
It's a big legacy piece, and I'm glad you
I'm
glad you said that. You opened that book, right? My mother has recipes in there. Everyone knows how important my mother is to me.
She was there today.
She was there today.
Nice.
And my mother's mother, my grandmother, has recipes in there.
I didn't, bro. Your mom looks very young too.
My mom was at the gym. I haven't posted it yet. My mom was at the gym with me today, bro.
That's the key, man.
Yeah,
that
critical.
is the key. There's no secret to it.
It's critical,
you know?
Man. She was at the gym an hour in. Remember at the beginning of the podcast, I said inevitably you'll cue me to tell you something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's about the cookbook. While we're talking about the cookbook, I knew it'd come out.
No way.
That's
so cool.
I don't give away a lot of cookbooks, right? Because it's a business. I invest a lot of time.
Yes, of course. What the fuck?
But check this out. This is what I thought about this on the way here. Remember I told you I'd ask you to promise me something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to gift you this cookbook.
Oh, man, no way.
I'm going to sign it for you.
Thank you so much,
But
man.
you have to promise.
Yeah.
Like I asked you before, no matter how hard this podcast thing gets, or no matter how hard things get, that you continue to push, man.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to cry, bro. I'm going to cry.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate that.
So I'm going to sign that for you.
This is my fuel that what you're telling me right now, coming from someone of the, you know, magnitude of what you've done with your life. This is my fuel, bro. I'm going to look back at this, and I'm telling you, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. I would give you all my money, man, but you know, I'll accept the gift from you, and it means so much. That is really, really beautiful. So thanks for that. That's going to be my fuel to fucking keep going, bro. So thanks a lot.
Keep pushing, man. I'm here. I support you. I'm in your corner. There's a reason why we met. There's a reason
thanks for coming, man. You know
how, right now.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to just be like, oh, hey, I have a podcast. Come to my house. Here's my address. It's like, oh, well, I don't know, man. It's a little funky. But hey, you know, you took the little leap, and this was great. This was awesome. We'll cut it. And but one quick thing, Mad Love. Did it take a long time for you to come up with that title, or
Great question. Anybody that goes back to those old Chef Dev at Home videos,
Chef Dev,
I would in March of 2020 that I continued on for years, or a couple years rather. I organically would sign the videos off with Mad Love.
Mad Love.
At the end, I would just say Mad Love.
Yeah, you talk super cool, bro. You talk like you have a very cool lingo.
I appreciate that. I just speak the way I speak. I love to talk with slang. I don't call people by their
but
first
you're still
name.
very, you know, eloquent. You still have, you know, you're very, you know, well, you know.
Too kind, bro.
Yeah.
So Mad Love came from. I'll say like, yo, I'm mad hungry. There's mad cheese in this. I just like I say mad.
Yeah, you it's young, it's fun. You're fun, man.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
Awesome.
So the world needs more love. We all know that. The mad love is like, I have mad love to give. I've always been kill him with kindness kind of guy. I always like have the love to give. I love hard. And the other thing too is like, There's over 100 recipes in here, but not one of those ingredient lists has love in it. I can't teach you to do that. You have to cook with the mad love.
Yeah.
You have to cook with the intention. So if you're making one of your buddies or your mom or whoever a meal, it's like that's really on you. So it's just a reminder on the front there, you know, lead with mad love.
Beautiful.
It's the movement.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so much.
God bless you, bro.
God bless you, bro.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored.
Hell yeah.
Es un placer.
Peace out. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. This was awesome.
Cool, man.
Let's do it.